Welcome, friends, to Small Claims. Each week, we'll journey into the ever chaotic, always entertaining world of the 2025 2026 council season. At the center of it all is our commissioner, Dan Marks, part referee, part ringmaster, and the man tasked with keeping this unpredictable league from spiraling into total madness. Then there's me, Kartik Reddy, longtime competitor, perennial bridesmaid, and a seasoned skeptic when it comes to my own luck in this league. Together, we'll untangle the wins, the blunders, and the rivalries that keep us coming back week after week. No more stalling. Let's make our claims. Welcome back to Small Claims. And just like that, the season ends. Mercifully timed for anyone rostering Stefon Diggs, who is currently facing felony charges for allegedly acting like Wayne Brady in 2004. Tough break for fantasy managers and, well, for everyone else involved. Across the league, it was a low-scoring affair. No monster weeks, no heroic performances. Not all the stars showed up, and honestly, some teams didn't either. The Jets, for example. At this point, there should be a true crime limited series podcast on the murder of that franchise because whatever this is, it's a crime scene. But most importantly, and the reason we're all here, we have a champion. Congratulations to Steve, who navigated the chaos, survived the group chat, and takes home the title this season. We'll be checking in with Steve shortly to hear how he feels, what he learned, and whether this power immediately goes to his head. Dan, how have you been?
I'm good. I made the aggressive decision to demo my entire bathroom. And so I have been on my hands and knees, chiseling away tile all day. Spoiler alert, not fun.
Oh, I thought he was going to say spoiler alert. I have mold.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ.
Do you? No. I'm not actually. I'm not saying this is. Ooh, I shouldn't even said it. That's on me. That's
Terrifying.
I'm very sorry. And then what you got going on for New Year's?
You're coming over.
I'm coming over. Anyone else wants to come by?
I think Allie and Jeremy would come over. I did ask if they watch Stranger Things. They do not. I was like, oh, you just watch the final episode.
There's a high probably either 8 o'clock watch it or I leave directly at 12:30. Come home and watch it because I really need to fucking know. Did you watch the volume 2?
Yeah. Yep.
What did you think of
that? It's been great. So yeah. I'm looking forward to the final episode, and it's like a 2-hour movie basically, right?
Yeah. So I'm looking. I hear a lot of people talking. People are. Everyone thinks they're a critic. Everyone wants to be a sleuth and try to figure out a lot of the details of what's going on in the show. And in my mind, I'm like, just enjoy the ride, see what happens. I think Game of Thrones has created this atmosphere around series finales for especially beloved shows that get to a point of there's no way you're not finishing this. There's no way you're going to get to the end. There's no way you're going to resolve everything. And I think just people need to just go for the ride, see how it ends, and then it's whatever. Kind of trusted these people for a while. They still care about the product. So hopefully people kind of get off their high horse. But I will say, I think a lot of people are clowning Millie Bobby Brown for her acting. And I think I said this a few episodes ago. She does not give a fuck. She's on a Netflix deal that is such crazy fucking money that it does not matter. And I think she shows, and I don't know how to feel about that, but at the end of the day, to each their own. You don't have to give 100%. I don't give 100% every day at work.
Yeah. I think that her performance is bad. I also think that she's trying to play a 15-year-old, and she's 4 at this point. And I feel like that's very visible. That she's trying to play kind of immature and naive, and it just doesn't. You look 24.
Yeah.
It's just tough. I'm gonna give her a break on that one.
Yeah. I also watched her in the other movies that she was on Netflix and didn't think she was very good. More coming to the realization that I think she's over with acting, but if someone's going to throw $30 to $40 million in your face,
to do it,
you're going to say no. Well, I think I asked you both this. I'll ask you uh, this question very quickly, and I'll throw it to the audience too. So, and I think Dan, I said this to you. There is someone that I work with. There's something at Deloitte called the GSAP program. So it's a graduate assistance program. But essentially, if you get accepted to GSAP, you're guaranteed to go to some school, like University of Texas or Carnegie Mellon, have 100% acceptance rates on Deloitte GSAP candidates. But you can apply to any business school, and you go to get your MBA. You then make a commitment that I'll come back to Deloitte for 2 years, or I pay it back, right? So just like that, and so you're gone for 2 years, and then you come back.
Yeah.
There's someone that I know really well that helped her through her GSAT process, application, etc. She just got accepted to. So she did her undergrad at Duke, ran track there, but she's from North Carolina, from Durham. She had been accepted to Duke for quad. That's for quad is Shrek character.
Yeah.
Fuqua. And also MIT Sloan. So then, and then when she started, she found out, and then she started telling everyone at work, and then everyone that she's around was really excited, like, "Oh my God, MIT, MIT, MIT!" And I feel the same way. I mean, that is pretty significant, and she's very bright. Like she's fantastic. Uh, the thing is, the difference is here is both of them. Well, I guess Deloitte's paying for it. MIT has not offered much money at all. Duke offered 100 grand, $50,000 a year. She pockets that. Where do you go to school? Where would
The
you?
one that gives me the money?
So that's it. But and you would forego MIT.
Yeah.
How much
We already talked
money
about this, Kartik. I would.
Yeah.
I would take the money. Yeah.
you would take? The money?
100%.
I think $100,000 is very, very interesting, and I think that's like the number. I think if it was 50 grand, I would have said go to MIT. Go have the different experience. 100 grand.
100, yeah.
Like, I mean, that's basically a salary for somebody in some like
Alexa,
it's
turn on
just
the
below. I
light.
think that is a little above the American median.
Alexa,
And
turn on living room light.
you don't have to. You got Alexa now.
Yeah, I put in a couple light bulbs.
Look at this. He bought the house because technology like literate.
I was hoping putting on that light over there would make me less pale. That's all I can see right now. Is just how.
He also feels like he's moved into the Jeff Bezos bracket.
I was just gonna say. I mean, like,
you gotta support his guy.
on the podcast, you have to show it off. Like, it just seems a
No,
little
I was-
excessive.
We
I
have
was
money.
actually-
We have money.
I was telling. Oh, not you guys aren't. You guys didn't go up this weekend. I bought a couple light bulbs because I wanted a light that turns on with my alarm in the morning.
Jesus
Because this
Christ.
fucking the winter's killing me. And so I
Yes,
bought
no,
one
I hear
of
you.
those.
This is
I
this
can
is
attach
first
my
world
alarm.
problems.
That's why I buy Einstein bulbs, like so they're not as like luminescent or whatever. I really wish there was like a boo, like a ghost going boo in the media bucket, so I can play that sound. Because Dan, you look like a fucking ghost.
I know. I don't.
Holy shit!
I don't know.
Anyway, sorry. So I know we kind of went off the beaten path, but we did learn through this process that you guys would take the money, and also Dan believes that he is now best friends with Jeff Bezos and has to buy a bunch of Amazon products.
I sold all my Amazon stock months ago.
With that being said, Duke, an alumni of Duke is Tim Cook, so you'll be subscribing to Apple and all their cultish ways, in some way, shape, or form. But anyway, I know that everyone's probably really mad that we talked that long about this. Dan will try to snip it, I guess, or just let it rock. No, just let it rock. It's a good time.
Way too much time.
Most importantly, Steve, how are you, and how does it feel to be a champion?
I am doing well. It is feeling good to be a champion in this league. Though I do have a tied championship. Getting the solid victory here, it was a good feeling. Glad to be in that bracket now. Lone championship winners. Thank you. Thank you. I have to.
This one's only 9 seconds.
Oh, that's good. You got the short version.
36 seconds.
I was gonna have to wait for half a minute.
Long overdue. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it felt good, and the team, fought, and exactly how I expected the game to kind of shake out. It happened. McCaffrey, did all the work, and the team was successful. and some good showing from the defense. A very, very strong defense led by Mr. Jeffrey Simmons, who, for those who don't know, was a very recent acquisition to the team, and really just really
I think if anyone listened last week, I think they would know.
carried carried a lot for this defense. So
Did he score a touchdown? No, he just scored.
no, but he like forced a fumble on like, the first drive.
I had a defensive player score a touchdown this past week, versus or whatever,
Mm.
which is interesting. Did Simmons become a keeper?
I don't know.
Wow.
Potentially. I'd have to check that out, but.
Mm.
And I
Okay.
know Oluwakin's always going to be the one I definitely keep, and I got to figure out number two.
Mm.
Who's the one you're keeping? Oh,
Oluwakin,
yeah.
yeah.
It's gonna be interesting to see what Tennessee looks like and a few of these other teams because they should probably just fire sale completely and retool the best way that they possibly can. Sorry, Dan, you were gonna.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Oh, sorry. Okay. And then yeah, I mean, if we look on the other side too, I think yeah, a little bit of luck ran out here for not even luck. I mean, just players. Just matchups were tough. Bucky Irving against Miami, that was a bit surprising to only run for whatever yards he did. James Cook, the third, that was just that him and Saquon. That was just looked like a shitty game. So that just sucked having two teams that potentially could be in the Super Bowl play against each other in that week. So that was bad luck. And then Tet going against Seattle, who's probably the number one team in the NFC, or it's the 49ers. So I think just some bad luck on his end. I mean, you didn't have guys. You had guys run into some shit too. Um, you did say Mark Andrews was going to probably be a dud, and he
Was a
was.
dud.
He was a
Correct.
he was a dud. Um, Dan, any insights? Did Trey McBride do something interesting this past?
Nah, just a touchdown.
Oh, he set an NFL
He just
record, doesn't
continued
he?
to be the best tight end
Oh, yeah.
Continues to be the best tight end. Like he broke a record, didn't he? So
by far.
yeah, he was the
Yeah.
best player on the other on that team on the other side. On
Yeah,
Hardy's
he
team.
has like 30% more points than the next best tight end. I
Yeah.
think he's like 190 and the next is at 120 or something.
Um, so Steve, are we still doing a last place penalty type thing?
Technically,
We
there's
haven't,
always been, no one's really ever
I was
exercised
gonna say, we haven't done that in a very long time.
that they have to take a shot of the choosing of the first place person.
Yeah. Are you gonna first the champion or the first place regular season?
Champion.
So Steve, you get to choose to do something to Martins.
To Martins.
Yeah.
He doesn't
Uh,
get to
uh,
choose to do something to him. He gets to tell him a shot that he has to take.
yeah.
You do it to him.
I could do
You
it to
do
him.
it to him.
I don't know if I'm willing to do the trip. I haven't put any thought to that, to be honest. So I'll let him know by draft time next year.
Yeah, I don't think anything's been in a couple of years.
Fucking 11 o'clock in the morning. Whoop.
What that punishment is.
Um, and then Steve, do you have any concerns about trying to repeat next year?
Yeah, the team's getting a little older. I don't have youth. Running backs, it is just McCaffrey and injury
Well,
prone
I'm
and
not
old.
saying Brown is not that old. Drake London's not that old. Pickens is old,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
McCaffrey's old.
McCaffrey's old.
Yeah.
McCaffrey's the rock because look what happens when he consistently shows up week to week where these other guys don't.
Yeah.
No,
So
when he's
consistency.
healthy, he is phenomenal.
Oh,
I just
and
name
he
your
he
keepers, by
gets
the
the
way.
ball like 50% of the time. It goes to him. So
I just name your keepers. Is it St. Brown,
I
London,
mean, yeah, I mean that it's really those
if you look at it today?
those three. I mean, it'd be Pickens versus somebody else, but the other three are a lock.
Okay.
Pickens would probably be the highest on the list. Um,
Yeah.
Well, Steve, I mean, Dan, do you have any other comments you want to say to the champion?
No, I mean, we already know.
You don't want welcome to the club.
And I mean,
Some of us aren't in.
it's unfortunate that for some reason in a game that Tampa Bay desperately needed to win, they gave Bucky Irving the ball 9 times. I understand that he wasn't running that well, but let him warm up a little bit more. And then all of James Cook's red zone carries went to Josh Allen. So at the end of the day, I congratulations, but Steve's team has been playing well, continued to play well. Good for you, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I think the messaging top down goes a long way with the teams. It didn't seem like Sean had a lot of faith in the team going into the week, and it goes a long way to say it. And I don't know if you guys saw the scoop coming out of the Independent,
I don't read that
but
trash. What the fuck?
apparently Bucky Irving and James Cook were on the sideline saying it's the hope that kills us. So I don't think their heads were in the game. My guys, we have our talk every week. Sat them down as I always do. Asked them a simple question:
Mhm.
Do you believe in miracles?
Nice.
And here we are. We showed up. We got excited for it. McCaffrey did what he was supposed to do, and the victory comes.
All right. All right. Welcome to your elite club that only misses me, Daly, Hardy Daly, and I, right? Only ones that have never made it to the mountaintop. And I'd probably pick the field again next year. All right. So now, should we jump into end of the year kind of awards? Award stats. What is it?
Yeah. I do the end of season report, and we can start firing away. And you guys can let me know if your thoughts while we're doing it. First off goes MVP. It does go to Christian McCaffrey. I originally guessed Saquon to start the season. Mid-season, it was Jonathan Taylor. Jamal Taylor does have slightly more points than McCaffrey. McCaffrey is seventh in the league in receptions right now.
It's insane.
And he put up 2 solid games for Steve to bring home the ship. And that locks it in. That locks it in. Honorable mention then goes to Taylor. The season, I guessed Gibbs and Bijan also had some pretty solid seasons. So as a result, like all things NFL, Offensive Player of the Year then goes to Jonathan Taylor.
James Cook had a hell of a fucking season too.
He did.
Because I'm looking just at our fantasy. He finished better than Gibbs, Herbert, and Mahomes. I guess Herbert and Mahomes didn't play those last couple games, but he did better than Gibbs, A-Chain, and Henry.
Yeah.
And actually by a little bit. Mahomes 8 points. And yeah, Jonathan Taylor finished just above Christian McCaffrey, but I see the point. With that being, actually keep going. So what's
okay. So we'll hop over to Defensive Player of the Year then. I gave it to Myles Garrett. I originally guessed Zaire Franklin, who seems to have fallen out of favor with the Colts. Mid-season, it was Brian Burns, who did still have a really good season, but Myles Garrett was one of the few defensive standouts this season. He may break the sack record, even though it might take an extra game to do so. But the point drop-off for defensive end is more significant than the other positions. So it goes to him, with runner-up being Brian Burns, who continued to play really well and has 16.5 sacks this season.
It's really you just overvaluing sacks. Okay.
I'm valuing defensive ends who, the drop-off from the top to even mid-tier is about 20% versus the other positions.
Yeah. Okay. Steve, you have any feelings about that?
No, I think that's fair. And, seeing where Myles Garrett is and where he was in position to break the sack record within the 16 game season. He had almost 2 games to get like a single sack and just couldn't pull it off. Just shows how strong of a season he had up until basically the last 2 games and couldn't get it.
I guess you're being double teamed on the line.
Yeah, it's kind of tough to get it, but I hope he gets it now. Just get that record because he deserves it. I thought he was going to blow past it and get 2 or 3 above it before the end of the year, just from what he's been doing, which would have been awesome. But
yeah, I agree with
like you said.
He said something like Pittsburgh cared about stopping him versus winning the game.
Yeah,
and I strongly believe that. So
yeah, and it clearly showed up on the.
I feel like showing up. I mean, especially for a team like Pittsburgh that probably looks at themselves as an old school team, to do something that's kind of stupid and just not try to win the game is a bit ridiculous. And I really hope for that reason they also don't make the playoffs. So I'm really hoping the Ravens figure it out this week and put a whooping on the Steelers. All right. Who was the? No, you said Brian Burns was the,
Yes, sir.
and he's on the Giants.
He is. He's having a good season.
So somebody on that team is having a good season. Okay. Look, hey, we didn't say the Jets. We're saying Giants. So
Nobody on that team having a good season.
nobody's talking the Jets. No. All right, Dan, what we got next?
Best pick of the draft. So I guess Cortland Sutton. Midseason was Judkins. I'm going to stick with Judkins. Unfortunately, his numbers did decline with Sanders at QB, and then he has the unfortunate injury, but he's still a keeper that was taken in the 10th round.
So you're giving the award to yourself, okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Runner-up is Etienne. So originally, I guess Travis Hunter. Midseason was Ibuka, but then similarly, we saw Ibuka slow down because of bad quarterback play. Etienne finished as the 8th best running back, and he was the 19th taken during the draft. So that's not even good.
It was crazy.
I believe he was taken 3rd out of Jaguar running backs as well.
Yeah, I took King before because we all thought he was losing his job. We all thought he was losing his job.
Yeah, the two were taken for him.
Because
I'm pretty sure I took him 3rd. I was hesitating to take him, and I said fuck it, and because I actually missed my time ran out.
After his bye week, he had only 2 games under 10 points.
Yeah,
I mean that's good for a guy that we thought was going to lose his job.
Yeah.
No, Tudor was taken later.
Oh, was he? All right.
Yeah. Kartik took Bigsby in the 5th. You took Etienne in the 7th, and Tootin went to Daly in the 8th.
Okay, it was right one after another.
I guess maybe those are the reasons why I don't win a championship. I'm out here taking Tank Bigsby, who got traded after week 2. Like, dude,
I mean, I think all of us would have agreed with you. Bigsby played really well last season.
this is why none of us won the championship and why Steve did. Because Steve did not agree.
I did not agree.
Did not.
More importantly, my app did not agree.
Oh.
I was using the same app, was I not? I don't even remember. I don't remember what app we used this year. What was Judkins' injury?
He broke his leg, and he had the same injury I think as Scatabo. That he like
So they all had
messed up his ankle.
That is probably
Foot fell off.
Yeah. I'm trying to like. I know this is gonna sound really stupid, especially if Fitz listens to this. I'm curious. Is it better to have if you had to pick between that injury and the ACL's tears?
Probably the ACL tears.
You probably want the ACL tear at this point
I don't know. I mean, I feel like
because we saw Gordon Hayward. Almost all of the explosion gone when he came back.
yeah.
And that's from a basketball perspective, which explosion is incredibly important. I don't know many football players have had this type of injury, like Scatterbo and Judkins. Can't remember many. But ACL tears, not everyone's Adrian Peterson, not everyone's Saquon. I mean, ACL tears are hard to come back from, especially in a sport like football, because you have to be so shifty at the running back. Well, you don't have to be, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be an interesting conversation between Fitzy and I, since I've blown out my ankle a couple times. I think it's the ACL. My ankle, I've been able to recover from it. It has really worn down over time.
Yeah.
But I imagine that's the same thing as your knee.
Yeah.
So
you would say you would prefer the ankle injury. Like, I know it sounds stupid.
I think I'd prefer to tear the ligaments of my ankle than to tear my ACL.
But I'm thinking, are you just saying like an ACL or the injury that Scatterbo had? Because like the injury Scatterbo had, like he completely ripped everything in his ankle.
Yeah, I'm
like
thinking
multiple ligaments.
I'm thinking of like the injuries that Adrian Peterson had, or
like single like Achilles or something, or just
no ACL, PCL, MCL kind of tears.
Like the whole knee blowout.
The whole knee
tears. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean just the ACL. I can't think of many players that have blown out their entire knee like that. I know Derrick Rose had what? He had ACL, PCL.
I think either way, anytime you do something that drastic, like you're not going to be the same.
Yeah,
like, I don't think Scatterbo will be the same
because like,
he can't be.
The Achilles like tendon injury that like Kevin Durant had he still can be pretty shifty. He can still do what he's
Yeah.
supposed to do. A lot older, and he's been like fine-ish. Um, but I guess it's stupid. It's a stupid question. I guess. Oh, thinking with Javante Williams. Like Javante Williams, like eventually took him a couple years. Had to be in the right situation because fucking Broncos offensive line was a shit show.
Yeah.
Right after he came back. But then he goes to the Cowboys, who have a serviceable line. It's not as bad as like fucking Raiders or the what's the worst offensive line in the league? Chargers. And he was pretty damn good this year. It wasn't as explosive as he was his rookie season, but pretty fucking goddamn good.
Yeah, he was. Good offensive situation.
Yeah. I did see someone put some numbers up on sacks that were taken by the quarterback because it's the quarterback's fault versus the offensive line's fault.
Mhm.
And Justin Herbert and Geno Smith has taken the most sacks, I think, from a quarterback's like fault, from his own fault. But the amount of sacks that he's taken because of his team is only surmounted by Justin Herbert. Those teams do not give a fuck about the future of their quarterbacks.
Well, the Chargers did lose their Pro Bowl tackle.
He went to the
He got hurt.
Oh,
That's Houston. Houston traded away Laramie Tunsil to the Commanders.
Bears. Oh, but the Bears got two. Didn't the Bears get two linemen? One from the Chiefs and one from the Chargers, I thought?
I have
Maybe
no
not.
idea.
I know it's definitely from the Chiefs. Maybe it's from a different team. But that's why also Caleb Williams had a lot more time in the pocket this year because their line is actually is so much better. I think they have a top 10 line in the NFL. I don't think their team is that fucking good. But
Yeah.
sorry. So I've completely taken this in a different direction.
It's an interesting conversation.
Yeah. What do we got next?
Next is worst pick of the draft.
Shit.
I guess
Shit,
CJ
shit.
Stroud midseason was Kamara. It is going to stay as Kamara, who was a first round pick and is the 51st running back. And he's 30 years old, and he's probably not being kept by Dan, so it's just not great. And then runner up. Any guesses?
Tank Bigsby, CJ Stroud.
I
Anyone
guess
else?
Brian Robinson Jr. midseason was Brian Robinson Jr. I am sticking with Brian Robinson, who finishes the 58th
Independent.
best running back. Just
Was he the best running back on his? Oh no, he was on the 49ers. Right?
on the 49ers. He
Oh,
was
yeah.
not the running back on his team.
Like that. So I guess two things. Who's the first person you said?
Kamara.
Kamara. What do you think happens to Kamara next year? Shuck being there now, they have their quarterback. They're probably going to try to find better defense and line help. They need a running back. Because Kamara still has a year or two on his deal, right?
I don't know.
But he may end up on a different team. And then I'm curious where Mac Jones ends up next year too. Because he could probably be a starter in the NFL at this point. Steve, any thoughts?
Alvin Kamara has one more year left on his deal.
Okay. Do you trade someone that's 1 year? Oh, you probably just cut that person, right?
I'd be curious who would want Kamara at this point.
Is he? Oh, I know a team that would want him. The Jets.
I mean, Brees Hall's probably going to leave in free agent.
Yeah, so they need a running back. So
Yeah. I'm just thinking of a team that makes sense to have like a really good receiver out of the backfield. I'll think on that. I don't want to take too much time on it.
a team that could be the
A team
Vikings.
that's pursuing a championship and like could use a really good
the
guy with
Vikings.
hands as their second running back,
The
not as their main running back.
The Vikings. If they're still planning to put JJ McCarthy in that spot, and you have a defense that's ready for the Super Bowl, you have wide receivers that can play the game. You need to fix your line, and you have to fix your quarterback play. And a way to fix your quarterback play is to give them more safety nets. Kamara could be one. Hawkinson's another. Whoever the fuck they're starting. Is that Adam Jones? I don't even know. Who,
Actually, Kamara with the Chiefs makes a lot of sense.
yeah, they have. I don't know why I look at the Chiefs and feel like they have a lot more holes than I think people talk about. Anyway, all right. So we were thinking
Yep.
Kamara and Brian Robinson. Neither of them will be kept. So
No, they won't. Best sleeper pick, I guess Michael Pittman Jr. Midseason's Michael Pittman Jr. And we're sticking with it. He did have a really good season. He went in the 11th round, steal by John. He was I believe, a top 25 wide receiver. And it was a good grab. And then for runner ups, I guess Judkins, but Kartik picked Drake May in the 11th round, who was the third best QB, which gets him the win. But then we also have to give out an additional shout to John, who drafted and the last starting running back in the draft. In the 8th round, he took Dak, who finishes the 4th best fantasy quarterback. So really good grabs by both of you.
I want to also throw another thing out for myself. Scatterbo was probably a good pickup until his legs.
I mean, injuries always affect these things.
Yeah, until his foot exploded. I don't think he's a long-term solution for that team by any fucking means. And he's going to make some bad decisions in his fucking career. But I genuinely feel like even next year, if he can actually play, because Tracy's not their guy. I didn't mean to make that about me. I just really feel like I wanted to say something good about a team.
Oh, so for the record, you're trying to award it to yourself.
What's that?
So you're trying to give this award to yourself.
No. You gave John an extra a runner-up, so I wanted to take a runner-up on my runner-up. That's the only reason why. Steve, any thoughts?
No, I think it's all fair. I don't think there's anything I'd really change on that list, to be honest. Um, on any of the picks that Dan's had. The only thing I'd say is I feel like George Pickens should be in that conversation a little bit as the number 3 wide receiver in the league. He was picked quite late. I don't remember which round.
4th round.
Fourth round.
Fourth round. That's a lot late.
Yeah, but for the number 3 wide receiver, who a lot of keepers above or below him on the list. So
absolutely
getting him the 4th round. I don't know where you put him. That's the thing. It's like where do you put him in there? It's not really a sleeper because it's 4th round. But
right, he's not a sleeper. He's one of the best draft picks.
Yeah.
Was Pickens traded to the Cowboys before or after our draft? Before, right?
Before. Yeah.
We go to GMs now.
Best free agent pickups. That is Quentin Johnson.
Really? Oh, that was at the beginning of the season.
He finished as the 24th best wide receiver. Johnny picked him up, and he was pretty solid. There were a lot of good IDP pickups, but I'm not going to get into all those. So we're just going to skip ahead to the worst free agent pickup.
But could say Simmons. I do want to just say it was a rough year. I think finding a diamond in the rough in the free in the waiver pool.
Yeah,
I did not use it all year, and it's not like my team is just so much better. It just I guess Scatterbo would have been a guy like if he didn't go drafted because I don't know if he would have been drafted. He would have been the guy I would have picked up with my number 1 waiver wire. There was no one else that was just out of position where I was just like, holy shit, I need that guy. And I don't know if it's because I avoid a lot of injuries, generally speaking, this year, even though I got beat up pretty bad. Or there just wasn't – when guys came into those positions, they were still not featured.
No, there weren't. There really is only one I can think of. And that only ended up being for a week and a half, which was no, Emmanuel.
Emmanuel Wilson
on the Packers because we thought Josh Jacobs might be out for a couple of weeks. Wilson had been playing well as the backup, and then when he did have his one start, I'm pretty sure if I recall, I put up like 110 and a touchdown.
Yeah,
and then Jacobs was back the next week, and they kind of split carries a little bit, but that was it, and that was that.
I guess Scott didn't draft Dowdle, right? I guess Dowdle would have been the guy for that short sprint of like 4 weeks when Hubbard was.
Yes, actually, that's a good point. Yeah,
that would be a good one.
Dowdle would have been, if not for the fact that he ended up not kind of taking over the role. They
I think we talked about it a couple of times. One, he was getting into a tiff about the contract, and then that started getting Hubbard more time or Hubbard, whatever, to get more in the lineup again. But
you said it right. It was because we always say Chuba instead of Chuba.
Oh, Chuba Hubbard. Okay, cool. Yeah. It was really interesting. I remember Fitz even saying it, and are you ever going to use it? And I even wanted to do it as a joke. I'm like, I can't rationally pick up any of these fucking people. I almost took up Shuck just to take him. I was like, at this point, I'm carrying 3 quarterbacks. Like now, I'm fucking up other decisions. I can't use it, so I just never used it.
The interesting thing about Dowdle is that over half of his points were in 3 games.
Yep. And then he started complaining, and then Hubbard came back.
We will move on to worst free agent pickup, which is Geno Stone.
Who the fuck is Geno Stone? Is that a person or a
He
football?
picked him up
Oh my
as
God.
his defensive back going up against me, and if not for McCaffrey, he would have really regretted that
Was
decision.
that
because
0
I needed him
points?
for 1 week, and he put up 0 points.
Damn.
So,
Geno fucking
so
Stone.
in a time of need in the semifinals, he picks up a guy who just shoots a blank.
Who is?
Not great. Not
Was he a rookie?
great. No, he's not a rookie.
He's not a rookie.
You know,
What's
at the
funny is
end
that
of the day,
so Steve picked up a Cincy safety. I had the other Cincy safety,
Okay.
and mine got all the points that week. Not that it mattered.
and how did you finish?
I just said not that it mattered.
how did you
I
finish?
said it. I recognized it. Moving
Real
on.
quick.
And either way,
That was fun. I just
Kyle
had-
Hamilton did play. He got 6 points, so didn't really even matter that Geno Stone did nothing because 6 points wouldn't have made a difference either way.
Steve,
So
I think all you had to
The
do.
jury has spoken. We're moving on.
I just gotta say one thing.
Yeah.
Next time when you want to pick up Geno Stone, just look him up on Google. The number one question that's asked about him is Geno Stone a good safety? Stone's PFF grades reflect the conundrum. He's not. Shouldn't have picked him up.
going into
You don't
that
have to be a good
game,
safety get tackles with your
he had 2 games at 19 and a half and 11 points. So I was like, I'll give it a shot. He can turn up. And in his last 4 games, he scored about 40 points. And I was like, all right, well, he's got to do something here. And he put up a big fat 0. So is what it is.
Where did he finish amongst all DBs?
Oh, I think Geno Stone's like a top 10
Yeah, he's not bad.
in points. He did have a good season. Again,
He's good.
that team is terrible.
Yeah, he was number 9.
63 tackles,
Yeah.
2 sacks, 2
He just
interceptions, a
happened to be
touchdown.
the one game where he didn't do anything,
He didn't do anything.
and it's just too good to pass up. So I had to use it.
I got to get off this buyer train. Jesus.
Speaking of, well, while you're on that train, and he was one of your keepers, we'll go through keepers cut. Strictly defensive players.
Wait, there's no runner-up to worst free agent pickup.
How much time do you think I have? No.
Oh, I
I,
think-
just made I made a joke out of this one. I didn't feel like taking the time to dig into it.
When you say like how much time, I thought you just do this off the head. I don't actually think you look at that many stats.
I do a little bit of research.
Oh, okay.
I care. I take
No, I
pride.
know you care. Oh no, I know you care. All right, hit. Where were we?
Keepers cut: Kartik, Levante David, Scott Deshaun Elliott, Hardy cut Zaire Franklin and Jesse Bates III. I cut Buda Baker. Steve cut Quincy Williams. John cut Brian Branch and Micah Parsons. You're welcome, Steve.
Yeah.
Daly cut Derwin James. So only defensive players were cut
Yeah, well,
who were keepers.
We have no loyalty on defensive players, except for J.J. Watt, Nick Bosa, Myles Garrett, Aaron Donald.
It's true.
And Aluakin.
Who?
Aluakin.
Alukin, Kuechly. You know, the namesakes of many of these teams. I want to go back to the glory days of What's in Your Wallet. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I want those days back. Never gonna happen. Never gonna happen.
The glory days.
The glory days.
How many championships did you win in the glory days?
I was a bridesmaid 4 times, maybe 5.
those are your glory days.
Those are the glory days. Dark cloud descended.
Second place.
Yeah. What do we got next?
Next are the earliest draft picks cut, and
Tank Bigsby. Oh, CJ Stroud.
it goes to James Conner. I wonder who drafted him in the first round.
Yeah, that was a
Oh,
bad
he
pick.
got hurt though, right?
He did
Yeah,
get
he got
hurt,
hurt.
but Steve just cut
Yeah.
them all together. It's not like he was going to keep him. It's not like he was going to keep him. So he
I
didn't.
wasn't gonna keep him. Yeah, it didn't matter.
So in
He's
the
out
first
for the
round,
season.
Caleb Johnson was cut. I'm sorry. In the first round, James Conner was cut. Caleb Johnson was cut from the second round. Tyrone Tracy was cut from the third round. Brian Robinson Jr. from the fourth round, as well as CJ Stroud. Those are the earliest people cut. For who's laughing now, it is still Emmett That man has proven that you don't need a first or a second round pick. He still had a very good season, and he did prove that trading everything for Bijan was worth it. So I give him credit for that. Bijan played great, and he's continued to play well. For everyone who's laughing at you, that remains Scott, the leader of the Independent. Refused to tank. His team didn't do that well, and then he swapped draft picks to improve upon his team, which changed nothing. So that's that.
Independent, man.
Best GM does go to Steve. He took home the ship. He had 4 of the top 25 wide receivers, 2 of the top 10 running backs. That's pretty solid. Pretty solid indeed. And then runner-up for best GM, again, I'm giving it to Emmett. The trade for Bijan does seem pretty worth it, and he did hit on his draft picks. Igbuka, if not for some bad quarterback play, would have continued to excel. And then I'm still lukewarm on the Jefferson trade, but if J.J. McCarthy improves at all next season, then Emmett's got 4 of the top probably 15 keepers in the league.
It's either J.J. McCarthy gets better, they get a different quarterback, or Justin Jefferson's asking, send me the fuck out of here.
It's fair.
Maybe him and no, actually, you know what? Probably the Vikings should try to trade for Burrow. That's probably what we talked about this last week. That's what they probably should try to do.
It's fair.
Or even try to trade for Jared Goff. See if they want to try to do something different. And then the Lions can go sign Mac Jones. There's a myriad of ways I think they can fix their problem. They just have to accept the fact that they made a terrible decision taking J.J. McCarthy.
Good word. Yeah. Speaking of terrible decisions, screwed GM.
Yeah.
That goes to Dan Martins.
Really?
We'll go through that in a second. I did throw together, just for fun, an end of season numbers crunch on keepers. Dan took Kamara in the first round, which we talked about earlier. It didn't really work out. He definitely needs to build on keepers. He knew that. He tanked. So he's ready to turn the ship around. Scott, on the other hand, who was the runner-up, he did not know it was time to tank. And he did not turn that ship around. He said, "What? Who needs a lighthouse? Let's run aground."
I got to talk about Martin's team actually now.
Go for it.
No, it's just he's the one that has Stephon Diggs, so that's a rough go probably because this man's facing a felony charge.
Oh yeah,
but you already forgot what I said in the beginning. But yeah, I mean he's running out there. Shedeur Sanders, DK. Tajay Spears, Tony Pollard. He went heavy. Travis Kelce's going to retire. I'm not fully seeing all of the keepers on his team.
That's because I haven't traded him a bunch of players yet.
Oh, okay.
Or, anyone hasn't traded him a bunch of players yet.
But he's probably keeping. He's going to need at least. Kenneth Walker's going to end up on a different team. Curious where he ends up. I don't know who needs a running back, but he's going to end up somewhere else and get probably a little bit of money. So he might be worth a keep. T. Higgins probably worth a keep. I'd keep Myles Garrett. Krosky Merritt, maybe. Oh, I'd probably keep him. Oh, yeah, he's short. You can definitely see it. I don't know what he'd be willing to give up. Martin's, give me a call. I got players.
All right.
Do I have players?
Maybe. So with that, we'll go into the draft order. Dan Martins will select first, Sean Daly second, Scott third, Kartik fourth, John Mealy fifth, Fitz sixth, Emmett seventh. I will draft eighth, Sean Hardy ninth, and Steve 10th. And what does this mean? So I did decide to pull together, based on Fantasy Pros ranking, and I just did the first 4 players that came up for everyone's team. So not necessarily who I think they should keep, but just the first 4 players that came up. And just whatever number they were was the points that you got. based off of offensive players, this is the order and the number of points people have heading into next season. In first place, Kartik with 30.
Oh, wait, I checked out. You create a scoring system?
Oh, now he wants to know. Oh,
yeah, now it's fully fucking.
now he's listening.
What did I do
Did you
right?
hear this?
What did I do right? Hold on, I did something right.
You have the 4 best keepers cumulatively in the league.
Now I'm really curious who you think my 4 keepers are.
I did not say who I think. I said based off of the list. I'm not there on this list. There are absolutely people that I wouldn't have kept. I would have kept.
Okay. So they're over
but
whatever
just
the list.
in order. Sorry. Whoever your 4 best according to this list are.
So you didn't create your own scoring system and list. There was a list that exists. This
is based off Fantasy Pros.
Because this is I appreciate being.
You didn't listen at all.
No, I checked out
at all.
Because I
saw his name. What?
Let me explain something. I was looking at going I was thinking 3 things. I'm like, one, it's actually it's part of this conversation because I'm like, do I keep Genty or do I keep Tyler Warren? But I can't do that because he's number 1. My overall number 1 like last year. So Genty's going to be high on whatever these lists are. They just have one of the worst lines in the NFL. So does something get fixed there? Because he didn't look bad in many situations.
It doesn't matter. You have to keep him.
Yeah, I know that. And then I was thinking, then I guess I could trade to Dan Martin's Tyler Warren, Estime, if we'll see what happens in the offseason. And I can figure out something else or work out a deal for him somewhere. And then I heard my name and I went, oh, what's happening?
Well, all right. Glad that we're caught back up here.
Well, we're back, guys.
So Kartik was first with 30 points. Emmett was second with 50. Steve third with 56. Sean Daly fourth with 72. Sean Hardy fifth with 84. I'm sixth with 96. John had 99. Scott had 108. Fitz 117. And Dan Martin's 197.
Oh, fuck.
It's nothing he doesn't know. We all know.
And the Fitz one makes a lot of sense because he just has older players.
That's exactly.
That plays a big point in this. But that does play a big part. I mean, you're thinking longevity. You're thinking about because you take older players, you don't have any young players. A big injury can really be detrimental to your team. He has, knock on wood, has been able to walk away from a lot of those situations, which hopefully that continues for him to be competitive. But I think it makes sense. I think that I'm where I am. I think a lot of it is because they're just all super young, like stars. They are really good. But I am worried about a few things. The Raiders line, Puka Nacua just being a wild motherfucker right now. He's out of pocket. I'm going to lose him somewhere in the midst of this. And Nico Collins is in a terrible – I worry about the quarterback situation.
Let's give Puka a break. He's a young kid whose long-term girlfriend, as soon as she got pregnant, filed a lawsuit against him and is taking the child and taking the money. So that's pretty. I think that's pretty rough. I think that would be detrimental to my psyche. That if someone I thought I was with for years and that I'd actually escaped the whole trap of people only wanting to be with me for money and fame, then turns out was only with me for the long term. That's pretty rough.
I will say the reason why I probably get worried about him is I compare him to Michael Porter Jr. So when Michael Porter Jr. really started getting NBA money, he saw a while and he says some wild shit. He still says some wild shit. And then his brother got into some shit. Nakua's brother's getting into some shit. Kind of like the atmosphere around him needs to be corrected or handled. And it just makes me really nervous because his stardom is going to go up and up and up because I just saw last week that wild-ass catch he almost made. He is a freak of life.
He is quite good.
Yeah. Any surprises in that bucket for you?
No. It's just based off of their rankings. I'll use Fitz as a perfect example.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry's not on that list. So Derrick Henry, 100%, I would be keeping him. He's going to keep
until he retires.
Yeah, until he proves otherwise.
Yeah.
So it was just a list to do it and just have a little fun, just to give people a glimpse of
hope
where we're at.
Hope for something.
What actually would have been interesting, and I started to do it, but it's a little bit harder. It just got time consuming because defensive players are all over the map. If I were to add in defensive players, what would have changed? Because Martin's has the number 1 and number 3 IDP
Yeah.
players.
Yeah.
So then that would start to bring him back into the fold there a little bit.
Emmett probably be either number one or close to the top, or even closer to me at number one.
Emmett, yeah, because he has.
Hutchinson, he has.
I think he has. I think he had.
He has Aiden and somebody else. I just can't remember.
I think he had 4 and 6, 4 and 5. So yeah. But
I guess Scott would be the one in the worst situation. He'd be like the independent, just drowning under their expenses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
But in terms of league history, we'll just go there real quick before we hop into trivia. With this year's loss, Dan Martins has officially finished last place 3 times, which puts him in a category of his own. I won the scoring champ for the 3rd year in a row. Hardy made his first finals appearance, so everyone has made it to the championship now at this point. As you said, there's still 3 people pursuing it, but
No.
I believe in them. There are only 2 people who have not been the unluckiest, which would be Fitz and Mealy have never had the most points against. And then only 2 people have not been the scoring champ, which are Hardy and Emmett. And
who had the most points against this year? Sorry, was that Hardy?
Who had the most points against this year?
Yeah,
that was Daly.
Daly. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Fitz and Mealy are the only ones who haven't had the most points against. And then just Emmett and Scott are the only people who have not had a regular season championship. So there's still a lot to occur over our many years.
Those are the sneaky motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did I finish second in points against? I did. I think I was 4 points ahead of you. Yeah, 4 points ahead of you. And you finished first in scoring?
Yep.
I finished 3rd in scoring, I think. I think Fitz had more than me, didn't he? Yeah, there he is. Yep.
He did. He had 0.4 points per game more than you.
Yeah. It's still more than me. So I finished 3rd and 2nd. I always am curious. I want a season where I can be high on one side and low on the other. This is not fucking happening.
I will send out the sheet to everyone, but just a quick rundown heading into next season as well. In 2026, for the 2026 season, Hardy gets Emmett's first. Scott gets Emmett's second. I get Scott's 7th. I get Steve's 9th. Scott gets Dan Martin's 4th, and Dan Martin's gets Scott's 2nd.
Guys gotta stop giving picks to Dan.
And then I'm ready to do trivia. If you guys,
so let's take a quick ad break, and then we'll be right back. All right, welcome back, everybody. We're gonna jump into trivia. Dan, what do you got?
Jalen Hurts has run for at least 10 touchdowns 4 times. Josh Allen has done that 3 times. Who's the only other quarterback who scored at least 10 touchdowns in a season more than once?
Michael Vick. I feel like, there's the ones there. Michael Vick, Cam Newton, Dante Culpepper, like Steve McNair.
Yeah.
But is it any of them, or is this all fucking red herring? And it's a white quarterback. Like, I don't. Who do you think?
Like now that you say that, like was it like randomly like Roethlisberger? Just like running in like goal line.
Let's first take a guess. Do you want to say Steve McNair?
No, I think McNair or Vic is probably my for sure
right,
thoughts.
We're saying Steve McNair first.
Nope.
We're saying Michael Vick second.
Nope.
We're saying Ben Roethlisberger third.
Definitely not.
Oh my god!
When you said the red herring thing, like what if it's just some bullshit like that?
Yes, what I'm thinking.
Just just some random like on goal lines. He just.
Who could it? So they've done it 2 times, at least 2 times.
Did we not say Cam?
We didn't say Cam yet.
I mean, I would say Cam
University?
Newton. I mean, everyone we talked about, everyone you said up front was like all my initial thoughts.
Dante Culpepper, Don McNabb.
Dante Culpepper, McNabb.
Just they're black. Warren Moon. All
Yeah.
right, I'll say
They're black.
Cam Newton.
Cam Newton's correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
We,
I was
we're
gonna
not
say,
overhearing. He was tossing a softball.
Yeah, I get it. I understand. But I do think it's interesting that you at no point mentioned Lamar Jackson.
Oh fuck! I completely forgot about Lamar.
I actually thought about it. I just didn't say it because I thought it'd be Cam
I was
Newton
thinking
before.
of just basically quarterbacks are just not in the league anymore. I don't know why I instantly went retired.
And now for our second quarterback question. Who are the only two quarterbacks who have lost in conference championship games 3 years in a row? I'll give you a hint. One was in the 80s and one is in the 2000s.
Romo?
Nope.
So they lost 3 times. You said in a
Three
conference.
times in a row.
3 years in a row they lost.
3
in the
straight
conference
years.
championship.
And Jim Kelly lost them in the Super Bowl, right? So it's probably not him. And you
Was
said
it Peyton Manning?
It was not.
Oh,
I could have lost Tom Brady that many times. Quarterback that lost. Jeez, Matt Hasselbeck? No.
Nope.
Not Ben Roethlisberger. Who would have lost?
and conference ship get friendship. Um,
Dan Marino? No, that wouldn't make sense.
Nope.
John Elway?
Nope.
80s. Was he an 80s quarterback?
Early 80s.
Early.
I'll try to narrow it down because that one is tough.
It
I
makes it even harder.
didn't know the person, so I'll just cover it
Oh,
up.
oh my
oh,
god.
I don't think I'm gonna get
I
it.
don't know. All right, 2000s. Let's just try to get the 2000s quarterback.
Drew Brees, maybe.
Nope.
I was gonna say McNabb.
Correct.
I got it. Yeah, I was gonna say I was going through the list 2000 quarterbacks.
Yeah, but it was. I knew. I was pretty confident it was him.
Yeah.
I was just trying to think.
Finally broke through when they brought in T.O.
Mm,
I'm just trying to think of who was kind of somebody just couldn't get over the hump.
For the other one, I will just give you some hints. It is a Cowboys quarterback.
So Troy Aikman.
It is not Troy Aikman.
It's not Roger
No.
Staubach. So who was
No.
after Troy Aikman?
Before Troy Aikman.
before Troy Aikman.
Who was before?
Hopefully Steve knows this answer. Not. I don't, Karjik, I don't think you know this person. I don't know who it is. So the hope is just Steve knows his Cowboy history, but
Latavius.
So like
he doesn't.
80s.
I don't hold it against him.
80s. I don't think it's Staubach. I think he was before the 80s.
I said him anyway. Just a minute.
Oh, did you?
He's the only other one I know. Like,
Yeah. Well, that's why. And then he said he didn't know him, so I have no idea.
This guy spent almost his entire career with Dallas. No, he did spend his entire career with Dallas. Sorry.
yeah, I just looked him up. I would never have gotten this.
Oh yeah,
I was gonna say a joke earlier before you asked the question, and then I'm happy I didn't make the joke.
I have no idea.
It's all right. It is Danny White.
Who the fuck is Danny White?
No
The
idea.
quarterback who played before Troy Aikman.
Yeah,
Yeah, that guy. That guy.
Cowboys quarterback.
went to Arizona State as a 3rd-round pick. He played for the Memphis Southmen for 1 year.
Sure.
I'm assuming that's the
Sure did.
what is that? WFL? What the fuck is the World Football League?
It's the World Football League.
Does anyone know what that was? He was on the all-time team
No shit.
1 year.
1982, he was in the Pro Bowl. He finished 5th in the MVP vote.
Won Super Bowl 12.
Was all pro.
Yeah. His number 11's retired at Arizona State. He was AFL Coach of the Year. Oh, it's the Arena Football League. I was like Aussie football. 2-time Arena Bowl champion, 94-97.
Anyway,
Yeah,
he's a guy.
he was all right. He was not. He has a punting average. He punted the ball.
It was the 70s,
It
man.
was a different time back then.
Oh wow! His father's real name was His nickname was Wizard White. Wilford Wizard
Oof,
White.
oof, oof,
Oof.
oof. White Wizard.
All right. Any other questions, Dan?
Nope, no, that's it.
All right. Well, as we finish up, Steve, just want to say one more time, congratulations on your championship win in the 2024-2025 fantasy football season for the league. The council? I don't even know what our fantasy football league is. The council? Yeah.
Council.
Or the
Oof.
title of this podcast, the council
Oof.
presidents.
Ooful. This is terrible.
Yeah. just mailing it in now. But yeah, congratulations on the championship.
Thank you.
And to everyone else out, I mean, Dan, do you have any final thoughts?
To everyone else out there, better luck next year.
Gilmore, I called your number, didn't I?
No, you didn't.
Oh. Well, better luck next year.
Better luck next year.
And then I will also like to say in the coming weeks or months, there may be some new news on what will happen with small claims next year. I want to thank everyone for your viewership
Big claims.
and the listening population, and continue to support small claims and the money grabbing that we do over here, and not the penny pinching that they do over the independent. Thank you very much.
See ya.
Later.
Have a good off season, everybody.